Hi, this is Larry with Man Cave Mayhem, and behind me, right over here, you can see it, is a 1969 CB 175, and I'm super excited about getting started on this bike. I picked this bike up as a package deal with this CL 90, which I've completed and real happy with. Real happy with the CB 160 too. This is a 65 CB 160. But I'm super excited about this one. This is kind of a rare bike, and I'll just show you. It's in pretty good condition. It's got some fading and stuff, some patina. I'm gonna leave a lot of the patina. I don't know that I'm gonna paint everything. I'm gonna clean the chrome up and clean the engine up. But this thing only has 2,259 original miles on it. The engine's free. I've put some fluid down the cylinders to get them kind of loosened up a little bit so we can turn it over. But I think what I'm gonna do today is pull the exhaust manifolds off this thing and start cleaning these pipes up a little bit. And just start kind of taking things apart, cleaning it up, and getting it ready. Of course, the tires are gonna have to come off. I've already got a lot of stuff ordered for it. I've got remanufactured side covers for it. I got a new switch gear up here that I think I'm gonna be able to work with, that works. So here's the tires and here's some side covers. I got some mirrors. I got all kinds of stuff to get this thing going. So I kind of feel like I need to get it going. Now, if I lift the seat up, if I can figure out how to do that, under the seat here, you'll see that it's got the original frickin' battery in it. There we go. We'll prop this seat up. Kind of crazy though. Yeah, the battery's the original Yuasa battery, I believe. I don't think it's ever been changed. I mean, you can see it's pretty dirty. So this thing's gonna need a good spritz, and it needs cleaned up with the pressure washer before we start tearing into things. These air filters are pretty shot. I don't think those are gonna be reusable. But I'm just gonna start breaking things down a little bit, but I think we'll start first with the exhaust manifolds. If you haven't yet, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Check us out at Instagram at mancave_mayhem. Now let's get to working on this bike. All right, a couple things. We got the pipes off. They look pretty good. On the outside here, they look really nice. The backside, they're a little more rusty, but I think they're gonna clean up real nice. They're gonna look good. There'll be some patina, but not terrible. The other thing, I took the seat off, and I'll show you what I found I thought was super cool. The decal from the dealership. So, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's Maywood Honda. Maywood, California. So that's kind of cool. So we know where it was purchased. Yeah, another thing is once you start tearing into one of these bikes, you want to make sure you bag and tag everything. So I just get Ziploc bags, label them, and then I know what bolts go where. I'm not guessing later. In my younger years, I may have, maybe, just thrown bolts in a big bin, and then I got to play the guessing game afterwards. I don't like to do that anymore. Other cool thing about this bike is it's got the original keys. And so that's kind of cool. And it came with a Playboy Bunny key fob. What more can you ask for? Anyhow, so that's where we're at right now. We're gonna tag and bag that. Then we're gonna get these polished up and we're gonna set those aside. I always keep a box or something where I can keep the parts. But basically I do a tear down. And as I'm tearing things down, I'm just going through and cleaning things up. I know the cylinders are free. I got good compression on both cylinders. I'm probably gonna squirt some Marvel Mystery Oil in the cylinders just to kind of lube them up a little bit, or maybe just a little motor oil or seafoam or something. We'll get those lubed up and let it sit with that in it. The engine oil, now it's probably been in here for 100 years, but it looks good. Of course, I'm not going to use this oil, but I'll show you guys. I mean, it looks brand new if you can see that. So that's a good thing. Not bad. So at least we know that that's probably the original oil, or probably had one oil change. So yeah, it's pretty impressive. But everything's free on it, which is a good thing. I think it was kept decently. I'm not saying it was well kept, because it's definitely got some rust on it and stuff, but it's a lot better than a lot of bikes I've seen. So anyhow, we're gonna get those pipes polished up and we'll get back with you. But so far so good, everything's looking good. Probably pull these plugs out and throw some juice down the cylinders too. Get those soaking. That's all for now. All right, we got one pipe off, or we got both pipes off, but we got one pipe cleaned up a little bit. I don't know if you can tell the difference on camera. It made a big difference though. There's still quite a bit of rust on this one. This one, I just gave it a quick once over just to kind of clean it up, but it makes a big difference, you can tell. I don't know if you're, like I said, the camera might not be showing it, but that's before, this is after. So it definitely improves the looks of the pipes and the chrome. And I just use steel wool and vinegar, and sometimes steel wool and aluminum foil. That works pretty good. And then I go ahead and polish it with some mothers afterwards. So that's what I'm doing now, getting that cleaned up. I tagged and bagged everything, got the foot pegs and everything. All the accessories are in my box specified for that bike. So we're just gonna keep going on it, and we'll take you along and show you what we're doing. Hopefully you guys like this content, and let me know in the comments below. We'll keep going. All right, quick update. I'm gonna take the tank off, get the battery out of here, probably pull this footrest or the foot shifter, and over on the other side, I'll get the Kickstarter off, maybe even this brake lever, and get those soaking. I want to show you guys the collars for the exhaust manifold. I had them soaking in that evapor rust, and man, these came out amazing. They look brand new. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I soaked them in evapor rust, and then I lightly coated them with an ACF 50. I'm sure that'll burn off when it gets hot, but man, look at those. They just came out exquisite. So I couldn't be happier with that. That's all done. We're gonna go ahead and pull these off and do the same thing. Throw these in the evapor rust and let them sit, because it takes all that rust right off, and it didn't seem to hurt the chrome at all. So we're gonna give it a try and see what happens, but so far I'm pretty happy with that result. So we'll get to going on that, and we'll start pulling the tank and get some of this other stuff off this bike. One of the other things I wanted to do is these air filters are just filthy. I don't know if you can see, but they don't look like they're paper. They look like some kind of porous fiber element. So I can't really, the new ones are very expensive if you can find new old stock of these. So I'm gonna try cleaning these in the sink just with some simple green and some water pressure, light water pressure, because they're not, I don't think they're a paper element. They're kind of a fiber, like a nylon element. So I think they can clean up. So I'm gonna give that a try and see. You know, the bike's not gonna get ridden all the time, so I don't think it's super critical, but we should be able to get those cleaned up. I think there's a good chance those can be cleaned up, so we'll get First, I'm gonna try hitting these with some cleaner. Now, like I said, I got nothing to lose on these, and if it doesn't work, I might even throw these in the ultrasonic cleaner without heat in some simple green and see what happens. I don't know. It's worth a try. If not, I'm going to end up having to put pod filters on it. So I would rather not do that. So we'll try and clean these up first in the sink, and then I'll let you know how they look. I'll do one and show you the difference. All right, well, I've never done this before, but it seems to be working. I know probably everybody's like having a heart attack of me doing this, but I'm gonna go ahead. This one I cleaned up a little bit and a lot of crap came out of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in the ultrasonic cleaner cold and just run it with some simple green and water and see what happens. All right, well, let's give this a try. I got nothing to lose really because the filters are so dirty. We're gonna go ahead and throw this in here. Get in as far as we can. And we're just gonna run this thing. There we go. We'll see what the end result is. All right, so here's where we are. We got the, I'm gonna show these to you. These are before shots. Now these obviously have been cleaned and they look great. But I'm gonna show you the before shots of these before we put these in the dip. We're gonna dunk these in here. I'm gonna add some more liquid to them, but I'm also gonna pull this kickstand, the center stand, and the brake lever and get those cleaned up too. But after those are soaking, also I put the air, I kind of washed the air filters out. They're not a paper element, so they're some kind of fiber, and I got a bunch of dirt out of them. I've got one that's in the ultrasonic cleaner right now. The other one I already cleaned it, and the media I think is a gray media, so that's going in the cleaner. And let me show you what we got going on in here in Mom's sink. Whew. Right here. This one's all cleaned and just drying out, and it looks dirty, but I think it's just the gray media. And I think I'm just gonna run these because all the dirt and dust came out of them really good. So I'm gonna let this dry out, and I'll show you what ended up in the ultrasonic tank after I get done doing the other one, and we'll see what kind of results we get out of that. So, but I'm gonna run them. Hopefully it doesn't hurt the engine, but I don't think it will. I don't think they were just dusty, so we'll do that and I'll get back with you. All right, so this is some of the dirt that after I rinsed them, it came out of the air filters. Not a ton, but it got a lot of that fine sand and particulate out of that. So I think those air filters are gonna work good. They'll be fine. Now I just need to find the boots because both the boots were in pretty bad shape. So we'll see what happens. All right, we have got this bike torn down pretty good. We're gonna get this off the rack and take it and pressure wash it. We're not gonna do that today, but we got most everything off. I got a chain ordered. I got the chain guard off of it. Sprockets aren't really worn. I'm not gonna change the sprockets. They're in good shape. So yeah, here's the carbs. I don't get this though. It looks like somebody put screws in the carbs. I don't know if they came with screws or if they're just really regular. They should be, I would think they'd be 10mm nut or bolts, but maybe not on this. I don't know, but I'm gonna pull those and put some 10mm bolts on it because I don't like those screws there. So we got everything. I got these all covered up. So when I get ready to pressure wash, I'll make sure these are covered real good, and we'll get this all hosed down. I took the rear brake pedal off, and that's soaking in the sauce to get it cleaned up along with all the foot controls. So yeah, we're getting some progress made on this bike. I'm excited about this one. This is gonna be fun. All this is gonna get cleaned up as best as it can. Like I said, the forks, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these fork housings, but I may just leave them and leave the headlight. It tells a story, so might just do that, clean all this up. We'll get it looking as pretty as we can, like all this rust here. We're gonna clean this up as best we can, get these turn signals cleaned up and this rear tail light cleaned up. I'll paint a few things that need to be painted, clean up the rest on the frame. Yeah, I think we'll be good. All right, so here's an after shot of the kick starter and the shifter lever, and also the rear brake lever. This came out really good, you can see. So did the Kickstarter. Kickstarter came out good. And you can see I soaked half of this. See how clean that is? It gets to here, and here's all the rust. So it really does a good job. So I'm putting the rest of this down in there and letting it soak. And then I'm hitting it with just a little oil, a little bit of this ACF 50 to just kind of protect it. So it's going good. We're getting this thing pressure washed now. All right, we got this thing cleaned up pretty good now. Now we can start checking everything out. We'll start working on the rims and tires and just kind of start moving along on this project. But that's gonna about do it for this episode, episode 1 of the 1969 CB175. If you haven't yet, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Check us out at Instagram at mancave_mayhem. Check out my Amazon link for some cool products that I use on this channel and I use in my daily life. You might like them, check them out. It helps the channel if you make any purchases. And just remember, folks, I'm just a man in a cave causing mayhem. Thanks again for watching.